You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming. It's Sylvia on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of Mice Tea. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming not safe for work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. Sylvia, that was when you... She smiles at me with reassuring tenderness. Didn't know you'd be the one to pay for it. It's not really a big deal. Like I said, we want to get you out of that drab outfit you're wearing all the time. I know just the place to send you. She goes over to her purse and pulls out a billfold. She rifles through the pages of cards. I'm gonna give you my Breckenridge card. If you hit the limit, I'll be impressed. I'll phone ahead so they'll know I sent you. You have a card that's just for Breckenridge? I'd shopped at the local mall anchored by the luxury department store that was always too intimidated to enter. Oh, for sure. That's the only way they'll assign you a personal shopper. A personal shopper? Oh, yeah, Adriana. You'll love her. I'll make sure she treats you right. She passes me the card. It feels like a dumbbell in my hands. Sylvia, I don't know if I can... Remember, just hold something up, and if someone says it's pretty, do what I do and go for it. 1,000 tiny pinpricks of light crackle behind my eyes, and I shiver as though hit by a brisk gust of wind. I look up at Sylvia to see if she felt or saw anything. She just keeps smiling. Okay, if you're really sure. For sure. Let me call a car for you. I'll get one for myself, too. When you're all done, you can stop back here and give me the card. We can hash out last night a little more if you want, okay? She doesn't give me any choice but to say, Oh god, I almost choked on my own spit there. For sure! Sylvia insisted on selecting the luxury car on her rideshare app. It was the first time I've ridden on one. Technically, I did so last night, but I was far too distracted by her predicament to notice much about the car. It turns out they aren't that much nicer than the normal ones. You can tell it's a luxury car, but how much of a draw is that really? The main difference is that the driver treats you like a person who pays for a luxury car, which is simply another brand of awkwardness I don't need. I thank him as he drops me off and pray Sylvia gives him a good tip. Sylvia texted the instructions to the Breckenridge help desk. I appreciate the guidance. The idea of wandering around aimlessly feels daunting. Even walking with purpose doesn't protect me from the gaze of the sales clerks as I pass them. Oh god, I look so out of place! I'm sure they don't care nearly as much as I imagine, but that doesn't stop me from filling my thoughts with their imagined reproach. I approach the desk and see a tall, slender, neatly dressed woman. She's already waiting for me. Hello, you must be Margaret de Campos. Ah yes, that's me. Bim vinde ale Breckenridge. Tudo bim. Oh, tudo bim, evokes? Tudo. Don't worry. I won't make you use any more Portuguese. I always run out of mine when I see relatives. I breathe a sigh of relief and chuckle. Me too. My poor aunts are always hearing me fumble through conversations. Mine too. Well, the ones on my dad's side, anyway. Let me guess, she told you about me the moment she learned you were Brazilian? Oh, I suppose that did come up now that you mention it. We both share a knowing chuckle. So, you're Sylvia's friend. Say now. Water time. Yes, we're co-workers. She raises her eyebrows just enough to acknowledge the distinction I made. She maybe even smiles a little more. Well, my name's Adriana, and I'm a personal shopper here. Miss Drake is one of my regular clients, and she's provided you with the highest degree of service we offer. Do you have any experience using a personal shopper? Oh, no, not at all. I don't think I've ever heard the term before today. Well, it's all very simple. I'm here to offer you personalized guidance and advice to make the most of your time here. I'll let you know what items we have that will suit your needs and style, and will provide you with honest feedback of the fit and suitability of any selections you make. I can even make a few temporary adjustments to send along to our on-site tailors to finalize. They often finish within an hour, and you could use that time to take advantage of our on-site salon. Miss Drake has already reserved a session for you if you're so inclined. I've never been so intimidated by someone so friendly. Oh, that's very kind of her. And you, but I don't think I'm going to need much help. I thought I'd get something similar to what I've got on. I gained a little weight and need something that fits better. I'd be happy to find something in our collection that matches your current outfit, but we could take the opportunity to find some new clothing that still fits your personal style. Well, I don't know if I have much of a personal style. Of course you do, Margaret. We all have a personal style, and I'd say yours fits you quite well. As friendly and sincere as she sounds, it still sounds like an accusation. Well, what personal style? Adriana lifts a finger to her chin and lifts her head as if in deep consideration. I have the feeling it's more an act to draw out the conclusion she hit on the moment she saw me. Well, you dress in a lot of autumn colors because you like to convey a nice, cozy, tweedy atmosphere for cuddling up with some tea and a hefty hardcover book. You don't like to be flashy, but you choose tops in louder colors because it lets you get away with more subtle makeup since you don't like drawing too much attention to it. You wear Mary Janes with white socks since you know you have a young face and you think sharper footwear would be incongruous. And you like ribbed sweaters because they flatter your curves without being skin tight or showing much skin. She smiles like she hadn't just reduced me to atoms in 4 sentences. Ah, like I said, you have a style, and I'm here to help you find the best clothing to accommodate it. If that's not too much trouble, maybe we can try to expand on it. A little, if I feel up to it. Whatever makes you most comfortable. She leads me back into the depths of the women's section. Adriana is kind enough to replace my outfit with a matching set of clothing. That included underwear, and I'm measured for a bra for the first time since high school. At least it confirms I grew as much as I thought. Wearing clothes that don't hurt me puts me in a better mood, but I'm still uneasy. Now that you're all set up with some basics, why don't we try getting you something fun and new? Well, I'm not really sure if that's the best idea. I've already cost Sylvia a lot with just the bras. She chuckles. And trust me, Sylvia would have laughed more at that. This would be the smallest charge she's ever put on her card. Wouldn't that be the polite thing to do, though? The polite thing to do would be to accept her offer of generosity, wouldn't you think? Oh, maybe. She drops a portion of her customer service formality and leans closer. Listen, we both know Sylvia. She has a way of getting what she wants, That's putting it mildly. Well, she'd like me to treat you to a nice day of shopping. It'll make my day easier, and I'd imagine yours as well if you don't come away empty-handed. The fact my frugality would reflect on Adriana hadn't occurred to me. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I guess I didn't realize. She smiles and backs up, reestablishing the facade. How about this? A lot of people think fashion is frivolous. That's its indulgence. So let me get you something actually useful. It's like, no. What sort of outfit is missing from your wardrobe? What kind of things have you missed because you don't have the right clothes? The idea flattens me. Wait, I guess I have missed things because I didn't have the right outfits. Or haven't started things. Well, I sort of have plans to start working for myself, like open up my own business maybe. Adriana nods intently. And for that, I need something a little more powerful? Like, not quite a suit exactly. I'm not going to be a lawyer or anything. I just need something I could wear to a loan interview or a business conference or something. Something like a... The image strikes me like a lightning bolt. A skirt and a jacket combination. Saying it out loud makes my whole body feel lighter. It's like the feeling I get when solving the hardest clue on a crossword puzzle. A jigsaw piece clicks into place and makes my skin tingle. Adriana smiles like a proud teacher. That sounds like a great idea. My heart flutters with something close to pride. The approval of this woman I just met means so much to me in this moment. Thanks! Maybe I'll get a few blasters to go along with it. Some patterns or something to dress it down and some solid colors for when I need to dress up. It feels like there's a wind pushing me forward. My consciousness doesn't even have to keep up with the words that seem to pour out of my mouth. And then maybe I could match it with a few accessories, like some different belts or something. That way I have a bunch of different looks using the same base. I dig my heels in against the current of my thoughts. Since that would be more economical than buying a bunch of full sets. Adriana is either legitimately impressed or effectively humoring me. See, there you go. And you were saying you didn't have any fashion sense. Her words gin up a nervous smile. Oh, well, I had some help. She guides me to a section we haven't yet visited. Let's see what styles we have that would look good on you. If we go with a tartan or a check pattern, we could use a nice heavy cloth to counter a more vivid color. We'll stick with the warm autumn tone and get you something in a tawny or mahogany, maybe a pumpkin. She pulls a few jackets off the rack before setting them back. I think a nice tweed fabric would suit you. Maybe one with some lace trim would work well. I don't think that's too old-fashioned for what we're going for. Somehow there's an outfit that matches all our specifications. She holds up a matching jacket and skirt, and it has a rich orange pattern with checkered lines crisscrossing the fabric. A fringe of lace lines the neckline and hem, which has a small slit in the seam where it wraps around the hips. Like, no. Hold on. It would clearly be the most expensive piece of clothing I've ever worn. Oh, are we sure it's the right color? It might be a little too bright, maybe. I usually go with red. Yes, but we want to expand your wardrobe, remember? And this has a nice range of shades. If you use a solid color, it can be overwhelming. That's why you vary up tones like this. You definitely feel how strong the color is overall, but you remember it as something more subtle and complex. And the cut goes a long way to giving it a more professional air while still providing that vibrancy. Oh, it'll look, vibrant? Very much so. It's a good way to project confidence in a subtle way. The butterflies are so intense I have to grab my stomach. The idea of radiating confidence by simply putting something on seems impossibly tantalizing. Well, if you think it's worth a shot... Adriana grabs a few sizes off the rack and holds them up one after the other. It was far too quick for her to learn much, but she's a professional. Let's have you try this one. We can make some adjustments once it's on. She hands over the clothing. I feel a buzzing warmth in the fabric itself. I can't wait to try it on. I feel like I've stolen something as I enter the booth. I fumble with the buttons as I remove it from the hanger. I'm too scared and excited to stay still. The fabric is rich and dense. It feels like something conjured in one piece instead of stitched together. There's a degree of luxury in the garments that I've never experienced in anything I've ever owned. I rush out of my clothes and into the outfit. Pulling the skirt on is like dragging a towel over my cold, clammy skin. Everywhere it touches feels fresh and new and invigorated. The jacket feels like the softest, most comfortable robe on a chilly day. Muscles I don't even know I'm tensing relax. My spine is as limber as it would be after an hour-long massage. Was nice clothing always like this? Why didn't I try this sooner? I emerged from the booth after tugging a few things into place. Gosh, ooh, that looks great. How do I look? Adriana assumes the most contemplative pose as before. Her trained eye jumps from one point to the next, tallying their effect. I can tell her appraisal will be a genuine one and not the tossed-off placation of an acquaintance who's humoring me. At last, she finishes her evaluation. You look quite pretty, Margaret. Radiant golden light fills my chest and saturates my thoughts. You really think so? Absolutely, we won't even have to make that many adjustments. She stands behind me and pinches the fabric in a few strategic locations before jotting a few notes down on a pad. I'll write down some alterations for our tailors and have them make the adjustments to one in the same size. We'll draw the shoulders in a touch to make the line a little straighter. Then we'll start the taper a little higher on the jacket and give you more room in the hips. I face toward the mirror on the wall and permit myself a little half turn to see how the skirt fits me. My backside sticks out defiantly. Oh geez, that's way too much. I can't go out like this. What do you mean, too much? My butt is there's too much of it. I can't go around confronting people with it. Hey girl, you got a booty, flaunt it. Margaret, that's just your body. No one's body is too much. You have an arresting figure and it's everyone else's privilege to admire or respect it. Let people admire you. Make them even. The moment she says admire, another wave of calm washes over me. I look back at the mirror and see myself again. This time I imagine what other people will see. I think back to the full-figured girls I had crushes on, the sharply dressed women I envied. That could be me. Not a meek wallflower who has to apologize for her presence, but someone who is welcomed. Maybe even desired. You're right. And whoever complained about a girl with nice hips showing them off. Especially one so pretty. A trap door releases under me and I fall into a sparkling chamber of light. My lungs filled with pure oxygen and my mind owns into a gleaming sharpness. For sure. Let's get a few blasters to go with it. Adriana smiles, finally satisfied that she's knocked down the last walls of my defense. Goodness, why was I giving Adriana such a hard time, the dear girl? I've been wretched to her. I'll make sure to get lots of stuff to help her out. Oh, it looks great. Two of us prowl the rest of the floor like lionesses on the hunt, snatching up any top or accessory that could accompany the outfit. I went way over time. Okay. There are paisley prints and satin cream colors with tie fronts and rich navy shirts at an almost velvet finish. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you to our gold tier patron, Almer. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you so much for subbing to our ultimate tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your name in the credits and get access to our not safe for work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I shall see y'all in the next video. I love you all. Bye-bye.